A hands-on after-school program in Rochester aims to expose youth to creative career paths, from video production to magazine design and even sneaker creation. Generation Outreach is an innovative and engaging program created by Justin Ortiz, and he joins us today along with Jasmine Breedy, a Generation Outreach participant, and they're here to tell us more. Thanks for coming on today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So Justin, you've been working with youth for a while in several different ways, but how did this after-school program come to be?
Well, back in 2008, we started a TV show. It was Generation News at the time, and we were focusing on all the positive things that young people are doing in Rochester. And so, you know, I was under the mindset, like, you know, we're showing all the kids the positive things that they can do, but who's actually showing them how to do these things?
Right.
And, you know, going through high school, everybody told me I needed to go to college. I'm pretty sure you hear it as well. And I'm all for college, but at the time I didn't know what I wanted to do in college, and there was no program there that showed me the different things that I can get involved with when I went to college. So I ended up wasting time, wasting money, and dropping out of college because it wasn't a passion of mine what I was doing.
Right.
And so I just thought to myself, what if there was a program that can show you, introduce you to a passion, and then you can go directly to college for that passion versus, you know, wasting time on doing something else that you're not interested in. And
you have an interesting story on how you first became interested in video production. You were a little kid, is that right?
Yeah. So when I was probably 11, 12 years old, I've been a big Michael Jordan fan all my life. And I would take two VCRs and connect them to one TV. I would hit play on one VCR, record on the other one, play, record, and I would narrow that video down to just highlights of Michael Jordan. I have no idea how I did it. Like, I wouldn't be able to do it right now. But I was having fun at the time, but what I didn't realize is that I was actually editing, and there's, you know, people make money off of editing, but nobody ever said that what you're doing here is editing. You're doing it the very hard way.
Right.
So these kids, they have ideas, they have visions for their lives, or they just have things that are fun to them. And what we try to do is try to introduce their visions or their passions to an actual career and show them the correlations.
Jasmine, when he says VCR, you are probably too young to remember the tapes and the VCR and the rewinding. How did you first become involved with Generation Outreach?
Well, he came to my Hillside program. The one time I actually went to the program, he came and we had to fill out a paper, what we wanted to do, like what program we would be interested in. And I like sneakers, so I picked sneakers. And then he called me like in the middle of the summer, told me about the program, and then I came.
So you were involved with it over the summer. So along with the sneaker creation program, you learned a whole lot of other things. So Justin, tell us how the program works exactly.
Yeah, so in the beginning, what we try to do is try to help them understand, change their mindset from a consumer mindset to a producer mindset.
Okay.
We break down the numbers. I think it was the first day we broke down the numbers of sneakerheads. If, you know, sneakerheads over time will spend $5,000 on a bunch of sneakers. And so we take that same $5,000 and divide it up between what you need to run a business. So you need a computer, you need to get your DBA, you need to open a bank account, you need to purchase advertising for social media, or purchase the actual product, or build your website. So we show them all the things you need and how it comes out to around the same price. The only thing is, with the sneakers, you're going to wear them, they're going to get old, you won't be able to do anything with them. At least if you invest into yourself, now you can make money off of your investment. And we try to do that with all of our programs, just break down those numbers for them.
Tell us about each of the other programs too, and then how they all work together.
Yeah, so the 5 programs that we're offering now is video production, web design, game design, magazine creation, and sneaker creation. And so with each of the programs, there's a finished product that comes out of it. So if you're in video production, we create a TV show that actually goes on TV.
Okay.
Magazine, we create a hardcover magazine. We publish their magazine for them. Video games, website, they have all of that. And then the sneaker design, they actually get their sneaker manufactured, and we're currently waiting on our first batch of sneakers to come in that the kids they created.
That's wonderful. And Jasmine, you were part of the team that created those. Tell us about the work that went into that, and then describe the shoe that's coming.
You had to figure out what kind of sneaker you actually wanted to do. First, it was like you had to make a sneaker from scratch. Then towards the middle, everybody started just designing a sneaker that was already made, so everybody switched up and picked the actual sneaker. Then Then you had to pick colors, the fabric, which was hard. It was a lot of fabrics. And then the lace color, the stitching and everything. And then it was just, and in the end you wanted to see how it looked all the way around, because you got to see if it's like symmetrical, because you had to do each side on its own.
So you can look at it in a 3D view.
Yeah, but there's a 360 for you.
Very nice.
Yeah.
What did you learn during this process that was maybe unexpected?
I learned that it's not that hard to make a sneaker. I used to think it was like really hard. You had to find a nice colorway and everything. I didn't really. Before, I just wanted to get sneakers because I like how they look. Now I look at every little detail of the sneaker and like, oh, I don't really like how the stitch looks, so I don't want that sneaker. Or I don't like the way the colors are together. It's just different things that I look at when I buy a sneaker.
To consider.
Yeah.
So, and also you had to pitch your sneaker design in front of a group. What was that like?
It was hard. I don't like talking in front of people, and it's just, it's not new kids, but it's people that I wouldn't usually hang out with. We came together through the program, and if it wasn't for the program, we wouldn't be friends. So it's like I was talking in front of a different group of people, and it's just like speaking in front of an audience. It's hard, but you got to get through it to get through the presentation.
And they did this all in 2 weeks worth. So they were able to design a sneaker within 2 weeks. And I tell them, like, just imagine if you guys had more time. Like, let's say you spent a year just designing sneakers. You guys would be professionals.
That's
if you're able to do this in
excellent.
2 weeks.
So when students come to the program, do they choose one area of focus that they go down that path, or are they able to kind of sample each different
if you choose like video production, you would be doing video production for 10 weeks, and you'll get your final product. And then you're able to switch to a different program once those 10 weeks are over.
So walk us through some of those other programs. What happens at video production?
Video production, we teach them how to use the cameras. We teach them how to use audio equipment, how to use lighting, and also storyboarding, finding the story. How do you tell a story?
Right.
And once we put all that together, there's a journalistic part of it, and
Absolutely.
And then we go out and we film these different stories for the TV show. So their finished product is a TV show. You know, they get to tell their friends, like, I produced Generation Youth, or I produced the magazine Generation Youth.
Excellent.
And so web development, you have coding, you have the graphic design of it.
Wow.
You know, you have the layouts, you know, of it. So it's just some pretty cool things that they're going to need in the real world. Like, these are jobs that they can make money off of. There's so many jobs that are out there that, you know, they're available to people, but there's nobody filling those positions. And hopefully with what we're doing, we're introducing enough kids to it that these kids can start taking those positions when they leave high school.
Jasmine, what are your future plans?
I don't know yet.
Do you see sneaker design as something you continue to do?
Maybe. I don't know, because I want to be a lawyer, but then I want to be a doctor. And then I like sneakers, so I kind of want to make sneakers.
You could do it all. If you wanted. Are you planning to be a part of more of the programs at Generation Outreach?
Yeah.
What do you want to do next?
I think I want to do the magazine or the video one, depending on how I'm feeling. I don't know yet.
What makes you want to choose one of those two things?
I like directing and telling people what to do. So
I gotcha. Okay, so tell us about the magazine. Where can people find that? What's in it? What type of work goes into that?
Yeah, so what we do is we help the students write a story. It's all about positive news. So they have to look around the city and see what's going on that's positive. They write the story for it, they interview the person, and we help them edit that article. They put it into the magazine. We teach them how to create the layout using InDesign software.
Wow.
So they go through the whole process of creating that magazine, down to the design work of it. And then once that's over, we get the magazine published. And so you wouldn't be able to find the magazine just at random places. We give the students a stack of magazines, and what they do is they hand it out to family, friends. They take it to their schools. We have video footage of the kids handing the magazine out at their schools. And you know, even though magazines they're not big right now because of digital, you can use this as a digital magazine as well.
Sure.
But if a student is handing you this magazine, you're more apt to look at it because they said, hey, I put the work in
Sure.
on this, you know, I have stories that are in here. So that's what makes this magazine relevant. Every magazine that we come out with, it'll be relevant because the kids are the ones who are creating it.
Absolutely. And so it sounds like each of the program, you walk away with a tangible product.
Exactly.
What does that mean to you? Like these sneakers are coming in and that you're going to actually be able to see this physical representation of what you did. How does that feel?
I don't know. It just makes me feel like I actually did something in the program and did something during the summertime instead of just sitting at home and watching TV. I actually went out and made a sneaker.
How many young people can say that that's what they did with their summer? That's
Right.
fantastic. How can young people join, and what's the age range?
So it's 6th to 12th grade.
Okay.
You know, young people can go online to generationoutreach.us and they can register. They can put all their information in, let us know what career that they're most interested in. And this program, this is going to be an every 10-week thing. So it'll be year-round, 10 weeks. Once those 10 weeks are over, we're starting back up again with a fresh batch of kids, or some of the kids may move around to different programs. But we definitely want young people, parents, to sign their kids up to generationoutreach.us.
Are there fees involved with the
program? There are
program?
fees involved. We do have sponsorships that are available.
Excellent.
For instance, Hillside sponsored a lot of their students to be a part of our program. But the cost for each student would be around $375 for the 10 weeks.
Okay.
And then we have payment plans available, and we also have sponsorships available to help people out.
Excellent. Final question, why is this so important for Rochester? Jasmine, why do you think this is important?
I think it gives kids a purpose. It makes us feel like we can actually do something and get out of Rochester and do something with our talent.
Or stay in Rochester and share your talent.
That's right.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for coming on today. Jasmine, good luck in your next choice at Generation Youth Outreach. If you'd like more information about Generation Outreach, you can visit their website. Again, that's generationoutreach.us, or call 585-270-1753. Thanks for joining us on this edition of CityWise. I'm Tiana Stevens, and we'll see you next week.